Hello Cancer, just getting ready to do you a bonus reading. This is for the complete month of April. You can still catch my weekly readings on YouTube as and when the time arises. Week 1 is already there, should you wish to view it. I hope this will give you a good insight on the whole of the month, and I hope it helps. Here we go. What messages does the sign of Cancer need to know, please, for the month of April 2020? Messages for Cancer, April 2020, please, Spirit. What does the sign of Cancer need to know for April 2020, please? Three of Wands. Yeah, your world is expanding. Communication's good. The energy is gaining momentum between you and a significant other. You're learning much more about each other. You're thinking about each other. In effect, your ships are coming in. What you've been working on in the past and what you've been building up to is you're finally starting to see the fruits of your efforts. The energy between you is the Seven of Swords. Now, this is an energy where there's been a certain amount of stealth between you and another person. Not everything has been revealed, and things have been done, I feel, quietly. But there's been this growth has occurred from you or them returning. The Seven of Swords to me is somebody returning to the scene of the crime, so to speak. And in the past and even now, the energy is letting things go that's not serving you. In this deck, the Tarot de Marseille, it's just showing the swords. But in Rider-Waite, it shows a person with 3 swords in their hand, 3 or 4 swords, 5 swords in their hand and leaving 2 behind. And they're looking back. Their legs are going forward, but they're looking back. And that to me is returning, leaving something there so that they can return. And this is the energy I feel that's between you at the moment. They are in the energy of the Five of Wands. So there's a lot of people around them, and there's some, it's almost as if there's some people around them combating for their attention. But there's a lot of internal conflict going on with them at the moment. And I feel this is where this Seven of Swords energy is coming from. They're not divulging to you what's going on underneath the surface, so to speak. There's communication there on the surface between you, and everything seems all right. But, interesting. They're not revealing everything. There's probably a lot of bickering going on in their world at the moment. But there is some changes going on, and the underlying influences in this reading is the Death card, and there's some big changes. Hence, I feel with them as well, and things are changing for you, but with them on the underlining, I'll get a subcurrent going on that these changes going on, external and internal for them and you, they're causing conflict on their side, and not everybody is responding to them in the way that they would like. Recent past, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there's been some planning going on. As I say, with these changes, the planning between you, the Queen of Pentacles to me is somebody who has built and worked and gaining rewards, the comfort. So there's a feeling with this reading that there's a certain amount of comfort overflowing. As I say, there's a subplot running underneath the surface with conflict and not everything being divulged and major changes going on underneath the surface. But it's like a pond, like a river, where the surface seems calm and tranquil, but underneath there's a current going on. In the near future, there will be an offer coming in. You have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the Tarot Marseille deck, so these words are written in French, but this is the Knight of Pentacles. Cavalier de Deniers, if I've pronounced that right. And this is a very, very slow moving energy. It's the energy of making sure everything's right before they move. But the potential outcome is the Sun. What am I talking about? Sorry, confusion. It looks very... Sorry, this is the Lover's card. I do beg your pardon. And there will be choices made, not necessarily between people, but there will be choices made when you get together within the connection. With the Lover's card, there's always choices to make, and it's a choice within the relationship between you and your significant other. What do you want to do with this connection? Where do you want it to go? But the connection is, the energy is building between you two. Eight of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. Yeah, your ships are going to come in. Eight of Pentacles, you've been working and waiting, working and waiting. And I feel you've been waiting for the opportunity to travel, but I get the feeling of unpredictable. This energy of unpredictability on your side. You may make a spontaneous decision to go see them. That's what I'm getting. You have the Devil and the King of Wands on top of the Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's some, not toxicity in the sense of physical toxicity, but there's toxicity in the sense that somebody is sneaking around without divulging everything. There's some hidden factors here. And I feel this is more them than you. They're in conflict at the moment. Whatever situation they're in, it's toxic. This is why they're not divulging. And this is where the toxicity comes from. And this will set off a chain of events that will probably lead you to make a spontaneous decision when it's possible. In the current climate, it's probably not possible, but to just go see them. Yeah, you have the King of Cups and the Page of Wands. Yeah, I get the feeling that they, with all this competition that's around them, there's competitive people vying for their attention, they're going to follow their heart. They're going to follow their passion. They've set you above the rest of the pack. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, the Fool card with the Five of Pentacles. The changes that's going on. The Five of Pentacles does represent change, and it's this feeling of isolation. It can even be a shortage of money, but there's going to be an opportunity here underlining that's out of your control and will bring in some abundance and will bring in an opportunity for a new start. It's a nice reading. It's a nice reading. Yeah, there was an offer made in the recent past, and also with the Nine of Wands being here, as I said, there's been some planning and it's been requiring a lot of effort. Somebody's sensing a lot of that. There can be an awful lot to gain from this, and they're willing to keep pushing. The Nine of Wands to me also shows tenacity and endurance. Wow. Ten of Swords and Ten of Cups. Beautiful energy. The Ten of Swords on top of the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there's going to be two tens together to me is big changes, both emotionally and mentally. You're going to lay all the turmoil of when this offer comes in, it'll lay to rest all this bad energy that's been going on with restrictions between you, whatever has been going on, and it will bring in such high emotions. It's rather like carrying a heavy weight, and finally you can just put it down. It'll be a sudden release of energy. Yeah, on top of the Lovers card, they have the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. It's time for action. The Queen of Wands in the outcome position, or the potential outcome, as life can be so unpredictable, so I don't like to see an outcome for certain, I never have. But the potential outcome, I would say, is you can have a lot of fun together. You'll have to overcome some obstacles, but your tenacity of being able to work together will pay off. Yeah. Yeah, it will pay off. On that note, I'm going to leave it. I wish you the very best, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.